Yo, my peoples, what's up? My name is Jason. Thank you so much for stopping by for this latest Dice Tower review. Today, I am taking a look at popcorn dice. Check that out. Ooh, except for that black one. I'll tell you all about the black one in just a second, but this one is a very simple, family-friendly, kid-friendly, push-your-luck style game in the family of a Yahtzee or a Can't Stop, but even simpler than that because it takes out the mathematics of it and it's just symbol matching with that very vibrant motif of popping popcorn. I'll show you all about how it plays, so without further ado, let's go to the videotape. Alright, so this is popcorn dice, and this is basically the entire game. Comes in very simple packaging. This is one you're going to be carrying around with you. So much of the appeal here is going to be the product design. You see a little popcorn can, and this is going to do a lot of work for you because this is your lid, and hopefully you've got it in there so that it is solid. I find sometimes I put it on, I have a hard time kind of get it on so it stays on. Sometimes it'll happen right there. If you kind of shake it a little bit too hard, you have to be really careful in terms of, making sure this stays on because the whole game is dice. You don't want it to spill out in your backpack and lose one of the 14 dice that you're going to get. All right, so now that we have talked about product design, let's talk about the actual game. This is a dice game. It's a simple push your luck game in the style of Yahtzee or anything like that. Only it's cute popcorn faces. You get 14 of these things, and they have 4 unique sides. 3 of them are the kernels, so you'll be rolling a lot of kernels from turn to turn. You're going to get the delicious pop right there, single pop. You will also have a side that has a double pop. And then the last side is the dreaded burn. What you are going to be doing is on your turn, you're going to collect all 14 dice. You're going to collect them in your snazzy cup over here. And forgive the sound a little bit, but I think the sound is part of the draw in terms of why people play popcorn dice and what you can do, how people can have fun with it. I can simulate making popcorn, and I've definitely done that. Played that up with my child when I played with this game. All right. So first thing you're going to want to do is you are going to want to set aside burnt dice. Burnt dice you have to deal with them one way or another. So either I'm stuck with them, and that's not great. I'll get to that in a second. Or I can look and I can see if I have any double pops. So if I have any double pops, I can just pair them off. One cancels one, and then I could put them inside my box to be rolled later. I would take these 2, and that would score them right there, any delicious regular popcorn, and I will take the uncooked kernels, of which you're going to get a lot, and then I am going to put that back, and that will be on to the next round. And that's an entire turn of popcorn dice. I'm going to be rolling and dealing with the burnt dice. Sometimes I'm going to have too much burnt dice or more than the double pops, and I'm going to be stuck with them from the side. So let's just say I have burnt dice over here, and I start to build that up a little bit along with my points. So then my score pile is going to start to look like that. Once I get to 4, I end the turn and I have 4 burn dice, then I have busted. I get 0 points. So if you're going to be sitting there with 2 or 3, you're going to go, should I keep rolling or do I just bake my score? So that is the push and pull of popcorn dice. Once that is done, though, you tabulate your score, you write it down on a score pad, then you move on to the next player. There are 2 positive ways for the game to end. One is a player reaches 30 points. Then you finish the number of turns. Everybody gets an equal number, and see who gets there. The other way, and this is super fun, woohoo! Let's say that I get the perfect pop. I have all 14 dice that are on their white faces. I all of a sudden say, "This is the perfect pop. I am the winner." Everyone else at the table who has not had the equal number of turns will get a chance to play a perfect pop. If they don't get it, too bad. Winner, popcorn dinner right there. So that was popcorn dice at the table, and I feel like half, if not more, of the appeal is going to be in the production of it. Are you vibing with the dice and the different faces and the popcorn? The box over here, is that going to be a draw for you? It was just so evocative. My daughter just yelling and screaming, "Ah!" burnt popcorn. And even my 2-year-old son was very, very attracted to the packaging of it, shaking it. And, obviously he's not playing, but he's just dumping them in and having a good time, putting them back, dumping them in. Very, very evocative. I have to say, I guess my only hesitation would be sometimes I have a problem with the lid. And if it's going to be a kid's product, if you're going to travel with it, you got to watch, whether the lid will hold and dice will spill all over the place. So just as a little flag for that. And that's the production value. I really do feel like that is going to be most of the draw of the game. Once you get into the game, it is very well designed. Taking the very limited space of symbols and six-sided dice and getting the most out of it and designing in a way that answers, where dice games can sometimes, fail, which is, just rolling and having it not mean anything or, just kind of like, just rolling. There are a couple of little rules that mitigate that and that keep things, snappy for the most part. So having the burn dice and having it before the, you always have to have like a bust mechanism, and that's not that many. the 4 burn dice you could roll out of one shot. So, I have done that a couple times, roll it in one shot, and that I have no mitigation. I don't have the double pop because there's only one side of the 6. That's it. That's it. You're done. And then you move on to the next. And I'd rather have that than, just have a turn where it's like all the mitigation. It's like, I'm going to negate this, and I'm just going to keep on rolling. This game is supposed to be quick in and out. So I like the fact that there's kind of a low bust threshold. But, if you don't roll that, 4, you're sitting there at 2 and 3, then it's like kind of a fun decision of, push your luck. Like it can't stop. Okay. If I roll and get nothing, then I'm going to bust, or I'm going to keep on rolling. I'm going to get something great. Because maybe I'm trying to catch up to somebody, or maybe I'm trying to put distance between, myself and the next player. Very cool, very simple, very satisfying. I think the one part where I ran into a little bit of a trouble was when, sometimes the kernels will come up a little bit too often. It's 3 out of 6 sides. So then that effect of, how often am I rolling, that happened a couple of times, but it wasn't that bad. Especially, you're not playing this, in a bunch of people thinking about it all the time. It's like you're playing this with kids, you're rolling it, and then they roll again. And just the, again, going back to the physicality, even the kernels, you put them back in the thing, and it's like, you give them the sense that the kernels are cooking. So the fact that it's kernels in there, just, I don't know, it just did a lot to put me in a proper headspace to enjoy this game, and my children as well. What else can I say? It's popcorn dice. It's kid approved. That's what it is. And it is a really neat product. It might just fall right into that space. Like, I can imagine this being sold at a movie theater, at a Barnes and Nobles, or, just yank it off, play it, and go for it. So, we'll see what happens with the actual product of popcorn dice. But from my end, it's going to stay in my collection. Both of my kids are going to reach for it and have their fun. I'm looking forward to it. This is Jason reminding you, if you can change your mind, it can change the world. So until next time, later, everybody.